Time can be reflected in many different ways. Watchmakers are able to express this fascinating concept through a unique masterpiece. They can tell a story, recite a poem, or make a whole tribute to his own heritage. Constellations have been useful for many reasons. Even the earliest human beings would look up at the sky and wonder about what makes it run.
These pieces of constellation, how come is there a constellation in a watch?
How come a constellation is one? First, why we decide to add a constellation in a watch is because we are all linked in a sense to the sky. You know, from the first Homo sapiens to today, and for many civilizations, the only thing that was linked to the earth and to the time was the sky. We was watching the moon, we was watching the stars, the sun, and it's what give you the time and much more.
The color in some materials is obtained by heat to avoid the oxidation process.
And I would like to tell the people the reason of the blue color, because it's not only physical or aesthetical, but there's a message with the technical, the blue, right?
Yeah. The blue is not only aesthetic, you're right. The blue, why watchmaker, even in the 18th century, before was bluing their hands, because when you heat the metal, it become blue, you avoid the oxidation process. So it's become blue by oxidation, but when it's blue, the color of your hands are fixed and will not oxidize more. So it's the same process from this ancestor, system from the past that we use for giving color, this blue color to our case, our lugs, and our dial. Okay. It's simply oxidation process, thermical oxidation process.
As high watchmaking can go above the sky and into the space, it can also get very deep in the ocean.
Tell me about this piece, the special piece about the divers, that it generates their own light.
This year in January we present the diver, DB28 Grand Bleu. It's a diver watch. We were thinking what we can do more for diver watch to make a rotating bezel, a diving bezel, to make the watch waterproof at 100 meters. Maybe we have to try to find something more also useful and add something, a new technology into a diving watch. It's why we develop a dynamo system directly powered by the energy is displayed directly from the twin barrels of the watch.
Wow.
So from the movement we take directly the energy to a dynamo to unlight 4 LED. It was really a challenge to take the energy from the movement, we display the energy to give the time without disturbing the function. And we had the idea to make your own constellation. It means that if you give us a certain date, a certain place on Earth, and the time, these 3 datas, we can create your own sky. So we can make a birth date, wedding date, or for more important event. For a little story, I think we did for one Mexican president, I will not tell the name here, but we did the sky of the December 1st in 2012 at 0 o'clock 1 minute.
Okay.
So it was the day of he took the presidency.
So even the president of Mexico has been with these watches, and that's a very interesting story.
I will say that the Bethune, in one sense, traditional watches. It's tradition